Hello everyone, I hope you're doing amazing. In today's video, we're having a look to see messages from your past self as well as how your past actions affect your present reality. Now this video is in collaboration with Mywitchangel, and over on their channel, they will be looking about how your present actions affect your future as well as messages from your future self. So make sure you check it out. The link will be in the description. So pile 1 is Citrine, pile 2 is blue Goldstone, and pile 3 is Fluorite. So make sure you pick the card you feel most drawn to. All the information will be down below in the timestamps, and I will see you in a moment. Hello pile ones, I hope you're doing amazing. If you chose the citrine crystal, then this reading is for you. Let's pop that up here. So this video is in collaboration with Mywitchangel. Over on this channel, I'm doing your messages from your past self as well as how your past actions currently affect your present reality. And then over on Mywitchangel's channel, they are doing messages from your future self as well as how your present actions affect your future. So if you're interested, make sure to check that out after this reading, and all the information will be down below. So how this is going to work, I'm going to be doing oracle cards based on like messages from your past self. And then in a moment after that, we're going to be using tarot cards just to see how your past actions affect your future, current reality and maybe your future. And then finally we've got some like little oracle cards just to finish the reading off. So we're going to start off with the oracle cards. So we have ritual and we have transition. So we have 10, 11. So things kind of like coinciding and going forward, I guess the way to put it. I'm just going to leave the rest of the cards here. So pile ones, we have ritual. So a message from your past self is, I'm kind of getting of things they want you to do. So I feel like perhaps from your past self, it could be immediate, as in like yesterday, a week ago, a month ago. It could even be a couple of years ago. Because it is a general reading, just take it how it resonates to you. So for transition, I'm getting that perhaps you have actually transitioned from from a certain area in your life that you have grown, and perhaps there have been some recent changes that have made you feel a bit uncomfortable. I'm kind of getting with the ritual card that perhaps what you need to do is like bring some balance into your life and to kind of do rituals. So for example, have routines. If things feel uneasy and just not great and like maybe a bit uneven, a bit rocky, if you're feeling a bit anxious, having rituals set into place will help you. And I feel like your past self is wanting you to like make sure you bring balance into your life, because maybe back then things were fine and there you did have a bit of a routine, and I feel like things have kind of changed and things are a bit out of balance. And I feel like for you to feel more grounded and to be like in a better place how you were in the past, having a routine will help you deal with that. Having self-care rituals, look after yourself and make sure you do things to really make sure that you are feeling okay and like taking care of your mental health and physical health and emotional health, all of that. Perhaps you may even be going through a bit of a transformation in the future, and like this is like you're constantly transforming, and a part of your journey is transforming your growing, like with everyone's life really. There is always room for growing and learning, and life isn't linear. It doesn't stay the same. It's up and down. It's always changes. And I think your past self wants you to remind yourself of that. Like no matter what changes you go through, maybe you're leaving something in the past and it is uncomfortable, but to just go with it and ride it, because there are going to be blessings that will come into your life and actually it will help you. Perhaps some of you are really wanting to achieve your dreams, and to do that you need to transform it a little bit and transition into that future self of you having it already. And also I think your past self is looking how you've transformed in general, like yourself, and has seen what you've gone through, and they're looking like, wow, I've done so well, I've gone through a lot, and they're proud of you for it too. So I'm going to get another oracle card. We have Brothers of the Rose, Sacred Masculine, Honor, Protection, Support. So some of you may need to tap into your masculine energy. You could be very much into your feminine energy right now. And I'm kind of getting maybe for the transformation or transition rather, you need to like transition into a more masculine energy of taking action to things, while also supporting your divine feminine, because you need to try your best to try balance those. When the divine feminine's out of balance, you can be very much like, how do I put it? You don't really take much action. You're a bit too laid back, and when you have desires, you're like, he'll come to me whenever, when actually action is required. So if you feel like you are wanting to achieve your dreams and maybe you're not taking as much action, your past self is wanting to cheer you on to take action into your desires and start making a ritual plan of like, okay, I'm dedicating this time to doing this because, you know, you want to make it happen. You're not going to make it happen by just sitting there and just hoping that one day it will come to you. You need to take action in regards to your desires and make it happen. We have honor, protection, support. I feel like if you're struggling as well, especially if you're going through a transitional period and things are feeling a bit rocky and not the best, I feel like you need, your past self is wanting you to ask people around you, ask for help. You might have got to a point where maybe you are kind of like keeping to yourself and not reaching out because you don't want to burden people. Perhaps there's something you need to work on, because like in the past you have kind of like, how do I put it, you know, maybe you felt like you had been a burden, maybe you have some trauma behind that, and I think you need to try to break that. And actually, you know what, you can have people support you. You may have felt quite alone and not have anyone support you in the past, and actually that your past self is wanting to encourage you to reach out for help. You know, you don't have to like, it doesn't have to be anything drastic, you know, just meet up with a friend or a family member just to take away some of the, almost like a bit of a distraction, you know, take away some of the difficulty by just doing something fun and lighthearted. So perhaps that's something you should try and do. But I think also it's just another reminder that you are, what's the word? You are protected by the divine. You're like, with the past self, technically the spirit of that is right here now, because with how timelines work, there is no, you know, your future, you could, like, for example, you can contact your future self and channel that, but you can also channel your past self because of how things work. I can't think of the words of how to describe it, but just trust me on this. So yeah, just kind of like, maybe you need to do some rituals to connect with the divine as well and to ask support. You can tap into your future self and your past self if you feel called to. That's the message I'm getting there. I'm going to do a couple more oracle cards. So we have Thinker, and we have Never Ending Story. Okay, I'm getting a message quickly, like for some of you, it may not be for every one of you. I feel like in regards to your dreams, some of you are like wanting to, maybe not such anymore. In your past self was a big dreamer and was like really wanting to achieve certain things and do lots of things with their life, with your life. Like maybe you had a specific dream or job you wanted to do, perhaps maybe even tried it and it didn't work out well. And maybe I think even now you might have some time thinking back to it, but you don't take any action in regards to it because you're kind of like, I don't know if it'll work, it's a bit of a risk, I'm kind of comfortable and stable doing this. And your past self, who was the dreamer and wanted to make this happen, was excited by this, is kind of like, come on, let's just do it, what's the risk? And maybe the masculine energy, maybe you're just having that little inkling, like you're thinking about it and be like, I wonder what would have happened if I did that. I'm guessing it's not too late now. If you are feeling called to do something that your past self was really wanting to do and was desperate to make happen in their life, and it's still like you're having that little niggling thing like, oh my gosh, I kind of want to do that, like, I think you need to do it. Because the masculine energy here can be all about, like, you know, taking action on your desires. If you're thinking and having ideas, take action on them. The never ending story is like, you know, this is something that is kind of like unfinished business. It's if you don't take action on it, you're always going to think about it. And you can kind of see this person here is a bit like, ugh, I should have done that. What would have happened? Like, what if? And again, she's thinking about it. Perhaps you may be having something that you wish you've done, or like maybe there's some unfinished business that, or like, you know, an idea that you wanted to do, a passion or anything that you never got to do. Your past self is saying, come on, please, let's do this. Like, I really want this to happen, and I know deep down you do as well. And, you know, transition into that phase of actually doing it. Set up rituals and routines of committing to make it happen. I just feel like perhaps maybe you've lost the belief in yourself, that believing that you can do it. And your past self is like, please, I want to make this happen. Don't give up on my dream, or our dream. You know, and I'm just saying, it's not too late to start. There are always ways to do it if you want to make it happen. And you should try to honour yourself with that, you know. If it's something you're wanting to do it. There's nothing technically stopping you except from yourself. All right, we're going to get a couple more oracle cards. You don't need someone else to fix you. Unplug and relax for a spell. Okay. This is the Tower card. It's making me think of the Ritual card. Maybe you are needing to do something to relax and surrender, and just like, maybe if you are, you know, needing to do some self-care and looking after yourself and putting yourself first. You know, unplugging and relax is taking time for yourself. You know, she's kind of got her crystals here, got some tea, doing some yoga, spiritual practices, rituals. Maybe you start doing some spiritual things like spiritual practice like meditating, yoga, working with crystal energy, tarot readings, oracle readings, pendulums. You know, there's loads of things you can do. And I think maybe your past self is asking you to do that if you are interested in doing so. Now we have gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. Okay, some of you need to take that message literally. Maybe you are thinking you need someone to fix you, to make you complete. I'm getting of maybe one or two of you here perhaps are stuck on someone and you're wanting them to feel complete, like, you know, like an ex. You feel like you need them and everything. You don't need someone, you don't need that person to like heal you, or like to come back into your life so you feel whole. You need to bring that wholeness to yourself. That's what I'm getting there. But I'm also getting, like, it's kind of like a side message as well. You don't need to wait for someone or a situation to happen to make your desires happen. Let's say it's about this dream that we're kind of picking up here. Maybe there's something you want to do when you're younger. Maybe there's like unfinished business here. You don't need to wait for an opportunity to come to make that happen. You have everything you need. You might have to do a bit of research. You might have to do a little bit of investments. Yeah, there might be some things, but your past self is saying you're perfectly capable. And, oh, maybe some of you have some limiting beliefs around it. And you can overcome those with affirmations. And by doing so, it can help encourage you to move forward. Maybe there's some past situations that made you believe that you couldn't do it. And that's maybe what prevented you from doing so. Okay, interesting. All right, that's what I'm picking up from the oracle cards, is in messages from your past self. I'm now going to do some tarot cards, and we're going to have a look to see how your past actions affect your present moments. Okay. Just quickly shuffle the deck. All right, so let's have a look. How does pile... Well, I'm not taking that. I didn't even get to shuffle. Let me pick those up. Okay. How does pile one's past actions affect their present? How does pile one's past actions affect their present? So we have Knight of Pentacles. How does okay. 5 of Swords. Seven of Wands. How does I get 2 more cards? Oh, okay. 6 of Cups. Okay, I'm getting some more messages here. Okay. This is also for the people who are stuck on someone. I feel like if you've been stuck on someone and have been stuck on it for a while and you're trying to like wait for them to come back or something, it's like your past actions on doing that, and even you know, you're doing it now. You know, you've been stuck on them because I don't know, well, for whatever reason. It's individual. You know, we all have different reasons. You felt betrayed and have been overthinking it massively and thinking they're going to come back. They're not, and they haven't contacted you for a long time. And I think your past actions and present actions are just preventing you from moving on. You're stuck. And I'm getting some of you need to just reach out. If they're interested, they're interested. If they're not, you'll get closure and it'll help you move on. Because perhaps there is something better out there for you, but you just haven't realized it yet. I feel like healing is required with that. So if you resonate with that story, I think your past self is just saying, please just reach out, get closure, at least. If it's meant to happen, it would. And I think you need to try to let go of that, because you are in a place of struggle and you're not going to be moving forward much. You'll be stuck in the same position until eventually you do let go. That's what I'm getting for some of you. If that doesn't resonate with you at all, right, your past actions, how they affect you now. Okay, so I feel like maybe with this desire we've been talking about, you've taken some small action towards it, but nothing's really happened, and perhaps you spent quite a while, spent quite a bit of action on it, and it's just not worked out to plan, and it's given you that feeling of betrayal. It's like, oh, well, maybe it's not for me then, or maybe I can't make it happen, and maybe you're having some overthinking thoughts, some conflict there. And I think that's, if you've given up, that's what prevented you to give up, because you did give up. When actually, like, it was just a moment. There's learning curves here. You know, we have children playing, and children learn through playing. Do this thing again, but do it from a point of enjoyment and like, okay, cool, this is great. It doesn't matter if I don't succeed and be successful as such, because I enjoy it. And if you come from a place from there, that's where you might have some more success with it. But I think your past self, and I think even your present self, really wants this to happen. And I think if you take it from a new perspective, that's what could really help you move forward and make your desires happen. The Six of Cups is telling me, like, you know, maybe you had a best friend, like, that you played with and maybe you're not in touch with, or maybe you are but not as much. Perhaps that can be something, you know, be in contact with them. Just see. Unless you had like a bad ending, then maybe don't. But I just kind of get, maybe there's like this past friend who's really shaped you into who you are today. Maybe you did have some fallout, and maybe it's helped you, well, not helped you, prevented you from trusting people again. I'm getting, for some of you, almost like a bit of a betrayal. And I think maybe that's why you're a bit more wary with people and communicating and like making new friends. Maybe you struggle making friends now, for some of you, if that resonates. And perhaps your younger past self, I was gonna say younger self, maybe it is younger self, wants you to have friends and try branch out more to make them, because they don't want to see you feeling lonely. Maybe some of you are feeling lonely. We have heard that you don't need someone to fix you. For some, you don't need a person, like an actual person, to be with you to feel good. For others, it could be you don't need friends to fix you, but if you can heal yourself and feel whole with yourself, that's what can help attract more friends into your life. And maybe you just need to, okay, I'm kind of getting something. In regards to this desire as well that I was on about, I just noticed this. With the Ace of Pentacles, I'm also getting what prevented you from moving forward into this. I'm guessing some people's career was getting a new financial opportunity, getting a new job, which is stuck on doing that, and it kind of left you to abandon this as well. So maybe that's kind of like why things are like this today, because you did kind of, I don't want to say abandoned it, but at least put it to the side because it was difficult and you wanted to focus on getting money first, when actually your past self wished that you just kind of stuck to it. I mean, in the future reading, you might see what happens if you do stick to it, but your past self just wants to see what would happen if you did, because I'm just getting that she felt there was a lot of potential. She felt, he felt, sorry. They felt there was a lot of potential. And I just think that they want you to give it another go. Interesting. All right, and just to close off this reading, I'm going to shuffle this final deck and just see what final messages wants to come out to you from your past self. So, final messages from Pile 1's past self, please. So we literally have renew, literally redo it, growth. So your past self definitely wants you to try this again, renew it, do something different, growth. You've grown so much, and there are things that you've learned, like perhaps maybe if you can learn where you failed last time, why it didn't work out, you can grow from that. But I'm also getting your past self thinks that you've grown so much. Friends, literally, I was talking about making friends and everything. The most unlikely friendships can form. Like variegated lichens on hard rock, they create a type bond. So maybe your past self is wanting you to make some friends. Okay, let's just look at one. Okay, we've got two more. Retreat, take time to yourself and look after yourself. And light, look for the light in things. When things don't work out, try look for the light in situations. Take time to look after yourself, spoil yourself, and just be in the moment and try and enjoy life. Take time to look after yourself, relax and unplug from the world and just have moments to you. Do self-care routines, and by doing so you'll feel more refreshed and light energy. Your past self wants you to really embrace life, follow your dreams, make friends, go out of your comfort zone and do something to meet people like you, or maybe not even like you. You know, opposites attract. I just feel like there's so much excitement and things to look forward to, and your past self wants you to enjoy life and just do what you want to do. Anyway, Pile 1s, I hope that resonated for you. Don't forget to check out Mywitchangel's videos. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys. Hello Pile 2s, I hope you're doing amazing. If you chose this blue goldstone, then this reading is for you. I'll be honest, on the camera it's looking a bit black, but trust me, it is blue. The lighting is not the best this morning. Anyway, this video is in collaboration with Mywitchangel. In this video, we're having a look to see messages from your past self and how your past actions affect your present moment. Pile 1's reading was quite deep, so we'll see what will come out for this reading. But we're going to start off with oracle cards, and we're going to have a look to see like messages from your past self, and then we'll use tarot to see how your past actions affect your present moment. And then we'll finish off with some final messages using an oracle card. But also don't forget to check out Mywichangels video to see messages from your future self and how your present actions affect your current future. So let's get straight into the oracle. We're going to start off with these two cards. We have healing and attraction. Okay, the first message I'm getting, your past self thinks that you have gone through a lot, you've healed a lot, and they are so proud of you for healing any trauma that you went through, and maybe there's a little bit more to go through, but they are so proud of you for how far you've come with that. The attraction card is, I'm just getting that, like, they think you're really attractive now. Perhaps maybe for some of you, you were the ugly duckling. Trust me, I was not an attractive child. I might be a bit cute, but I've definitely had a glow up, and I think you are too. They'll look at you and think, wow, I can't wait to grow into my future self because I'm going to be so attractive. And they look up to you towards that. So that's what I'm getting. Okay, messages from your past self. So again, they're proud of you from healing of what you've gone through. And I feel like maybe you have had quite a tough past. I am kind of picking up on that. And then attraction. Maybe some of you had a bit of a heartbreak and you're healing from that. And I don't know, I'm getting maybe either Aries or Libra could be quite significant for the both of you. I don't know, maybe who you're having a heartbreak from, like difficulty, and maybe you are coming into a period of where you're getting attracted to people again. That's what I'm going to get another oracle card just to see if we can get any further messages. So we have the Rose of the Venus. Oh, right relationship. So we have alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. Okay, all right. So pile twos, this heartbreak that you had from either this maybe Libra or Aries person, maybe that's your sign, or maybe it's just one of the big three. You know, there could be significant placements there. This relationship failed, and maybe it was a difficult period of where you've been healing yourself. I feel like maybe this past you that is also coming through is coming from the just had the breakup. And maybe you thought you were never going to heal and never get over this. And maybe it was a massive struggle. And now you're coming to a place of where maybe you've overcome it and maybe things are fine now. Or maybe you're just there. And okay, I think this is tapping into either the present or maybe slightly future. Maybe you're in a relationship now, like a new relationship, have met someone, there's a bit of attraction there. Or perhaps you are going to meet soon. The right relationship, harmony, flow, alignment. I feel like you are going to meet someone who you're kind of like destined to be with and really have an amazing future together. And I feel like this relationship that fell apart was meant to teach you lessons to prepare yourself for this person. And I think your past self is looking up to you and is so proud of you of how far you've come from this. And maybe you are in this relationship now and they're so excited for you because maybe back then you thought you were never going to love another person, and that maybe you felt like you've just lost the love of your life, when maybe at the time they were, but someone else has come in or will come in, and it's just perfect harmony. Like, it's just a beautiful relationship you never thought you could have, because with this person previously you thought that they were amazing and that, like, you know, this is like the best you could have. Like, you know, you didn't know the potential from what you had, and this was like almost like karmic to teach you lessons and to prepare you for this relationship. And I think they're so happy for you. Maybe for some of you this could be talking about like a long time ago, and you're in a happy relationship now, and it's just your past self admiring this. So that's what I'm getting with that. Let's get a couple more oracle cards. We have Unfinished Symphony and Not For You. Yeah, okay. So your past self, I think this is especially for messages who haven't got to this person yet. You may feel like there is some unfinished business and things are like, you know, maybe things you didn't get closure on this ending, which made you struggle. But this relationship here was not for you. You may feel like it was, but it wasn't. This is for you. And some of you have that now. And I think your past self is realizing this unfinished business situation here, where like maybe you do reach out to this person, maybe things just ended so drastic that you never knew what really happened and it led you to feel stuck and struggling. But again, the lessons were here to get you to this, and your past self is so proud of you for overcoming the things that you went through with the struggle. And maybe you still are struggling a little bit, and perhaps maybe you can't believe that this is something that can be for you. But I feel like there's a little bit of future here, just telling you, if it's not the present already, telling you that this is for you, this isn't for you. If you're stuck on this person here, that's not for you. There's something better. And to get to that, healing yourself, accepting that there may be unfinished business. I mean, reach out if you have to. I kind of got that message from Power 1 as well. So if you resonate with that and like maybe you felt drawn to Power 1, check that out. But I think you are stepping forward and realizing the things that are meant for you, and you're going to be moving forward and embracing what is for you and enjoying good moments here. This actually goes to 10, and this go like is 10 here, like if you add 3 and 7, so 10 could be significant. I'm not seeing any other matching numbers, but yeah, I just think that you are getting into a better place day by day, and you need to just keep going as well. All right, let's get a couple more oracle cards. We have Start a Revolution. Every hurricane comes to an end. Literally 10 here as well. 10, 10, 10. Okay. Protest, start a revolution. Maybe you don't need to literally start a revolution. I mean, if you feel called to, go for it. But like, I'm not liable for that. And you know, if you get arrested or anything, I'm not, you know, that's not me. That's your decision. I'm saying it's not literal, but anyway. Anyway, so start a revolution. I think it's in regards to this. Step into your power. I mean, for some of you, if you've got unfinished business, go to this person, message them and be like, hey, I want closure. Let's go, let's get this. You might not get it though. You know, some people don't get that, and you just have to accept it. And maybe start a revolution on your dreams and desires and what you want. You know, go dive deep and be like, okay, I want to make this happen, and I want this relationship. I'm not accepting bad treatment. I'm accepting the perfect and good treatment, and start making a difference. Yeah, with a revolution, people are wanting to make a difference with, you know, with their cause. And perhaps maybe you need to do that of yourself. You have Storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. If you're in this point where you're feeling stuck and upset and struggling, it will come to an end. You are going to overcome this. You will be okay. Because you have something that's amazing, that's in alignment for you. Some of you, maybe you just need to go with the flow. With healing, healing doesn't always mean physically going out to do something to heal yourself. Healing can literally be crying into a pillow, screaming into it, punching it, and getting those emotions out, letting it out. That's healing, because you're letting your emotions do what they need to do to get you where you need to be. But just trust that the difficulty will come to an end. And it's difficult accepting something wasn't for you when you really believed it was. but trust me, maybe even future you will look back and be like, wow, this was amazing that I have this now and I overcame this. Okay, I'm now going to get my tarot cards and we're going to have a look and see what your past actions, like your past actions and how they shaped your current future. My guess is it could be related to this or it could be completely different. We're just going to let the tarot cards just see what wants to come out. So let's go this way. How does past actions affect their current self? We have 8 of Pentacles. I'm kind of getting almost like with these cards, I'm kind of getting like perhaps maybe my hair is stuck in this. That's gross. Maybe what made you feel stuck on this person, perhaps. Although I'm not sure. Okay, oh, we've got 2 cards here. We have 8 of Swords and I just have the Tower, which fell on the floor. Let's get one more card and then I'll just organise the spread a bit because it just got a bit messy. How past actions. Okay, I'm getting trauma bonding. Okay, yeah. All right. I'm kind of getting, this is mostly to do with relationships. I feel like if you're not resonating with this reading at all, then this might not be for you today because I'm really picking up relationship, like a heartbreak. So if that does not resonate at all and you just hear like, maybe try pick another pile, or maybe there's not a reading for you here today, but obviously check out the other video and just see if that resonates for you as well. Okay. Anyway, so I'm kind of seeing a timeline here. So this is kind of why you're stuck on what past actions have led you to kind of be, and I think it's more to do with the actual relationship. So I feel like this was a relationship that you kind of fully committed yourself to, you fully like were invested in this and worked hard in it, and like you kind of sought out emotional stability from this person. For some of you, I think it could even be trauma bonding. And sometimes when you trauma bond to a person, you may accidentally think that you're in a twin flame relationship, etc., because there could be some similarities there. But I think that this isn't the cause of the breakup, by the way. It's more the cause of why you're struggling. And I think maybe, obviously take some bits with a grain of salt if it doesn't resonate fully, because it is a general reading. But yeah, you've kind of built your own persona and you kind of adjusted to a certain life with this person. So, you know, you kind of became strong and like, be like, okay, this is me now, this relationship, this is what brings my happiness and all that. And I think perhaps you were doing this because there was something else that was bothering you. And perhaps maybe for some of you, this person helps you through some difficult stuff that kind of helps cause you to bond and maybe like create attachments to this person because you kind of associated healing towards this. And then it towers and the death is like representing the breakup, and because of that your whole world was shook down, everything fell apart. Like I think you kind of maybe invested a bit too much of yourself in this relationship. Some people do that without realizing, like they kind of become fully dependent on this person with a bit of codependency, especially if you have an anxious attachment style. That can cause issues in terms of like attaching yourself, and like when it fell apart, it's almost like a part of you fell apart and like a safety net, and you kind of, with all this love that you felt as well, it made you feel so good that you kind of, it became like a bit of a focus in your life. And the Death card is where it's all ended, and it's almost like this whole process of healing is becoming independent again, learning to be who you are, of just you, and creating a new identity almost. And through doing that healing, that's what helps you attract this new person who's more aligned with the best version of you. And perhaps this new person, or person you're already with, is what helps you become that independent self as well. They help aided you with that. So that's what I'm kind of getting in regards to that. So obviously I'm not like a therapist or counselor or do psychology or anything. I am actually kind of speaking from literally when I read this reading, I'm seeing my past self in this as well. So I'm kind of just contributing my knowledge and what I've learned, because it's really reflecting this in the cards. And from doing my research when I was going through it, this is something that's very common. Like from doing tarot readings as well, being stuck on someone is very common. And I've done research to like help figure out how to overcome this and everything. Because, you know, I want to be able to provide value to people, and also for myself at the time. And just know, if you're going through this, you're not alone. And things do turn out okay. From my experience, I've literally got this person here, and I left that behind, thought that was the one for me. It really wasn't. This is the person behind here is the one for me. And you know, it's okay. It's a part of the journey of just life, you know. Heartbreak, hiccups, sadly, is a thing that people go through, and it's a part of life. But there are lessons that can be learned, and you can learn to thrive after a situation like this and meet someone that's so much better, and actually feel stable but be independent. Feel like you can rely on this person on a difficult time, but not solely rely on that person. Finding that balance is such a blessing, and it makes you feel so much better as well. Anyway, we're going to get some final messages from your past self using this little oracle deck. So let's see. Final messages for pile 2 for I'm not taking all that lot, sorry. We'll take this one. Caution. We have journey. Idle hours. Let's get one more and then I'll start reading them. Final message. Oh, I just saw a card and I lost it. Woods. Here we go. Okay. So, I'm going to read these. I don't know, with the caution cards, I don't think there's anything to be careful about. I think just be careful and look after yourself. And I think with the caution card, it's more about the other cards. So we have journey. You know, this, I'm kind of getting this whole thing you're going through or have been through is a journey of learning, like life is in general. And I think your past self wants to remind you that. Idle hours and woods are literally be calm, take time to look after yourself. I think caution is kind of like telling me, like, look after yourself. Like, be cautious about your feelings, you know, like, if you feel like you need to cry, cry. Don't hold it in, because that can do more damage than good. And I think you need to be aware of that. Some of you do feel like you need to hold it together because it's happened for a long time now, maybe for some of you, and you do need to just do that. But I think maybe take some time to look back and actually observe what you've been through, see how far you've come already, because your past self really wants you wants to acknowledge that to you. You've been through so much and is so proud of you for how far you have come, because you are so strong. And these kind of things that you're going through or have went through can be so difficult. And that's why I think caution's coming out, because you need to actually look after yourself. Maybe some of you are just like pulling or trudging along and just kind of hoping for the best and just putting it to the side and just maybe pretend it's not even happening what you're going through, because maybe you feel silly about it and maybe you're beating yourself up about it. when actually your past self wants you to still honor what you have went through, are going through if you're still struggling with it, and take care of yourself, because you deserve that. But anyway, I hope that resonates for you, pile 2, and I will see you all in my next reading. Bye guys. Hello pile 3s, I hope you're doing amazing. In this video we're having a look to see messages from your past self and how your past actions shape your present. And this video is in collaboration with Mywitchangel. It's all about your future self, like messages from your future self, and how your present actions shape your future. So if you chose this Fluorite, then this reading is for you. These oracle cards are going to start off with messages from your future past self, and then I'll use tarot for how your your past affects your present, and then we'll finish off with some final messages. So let's see what first oracle come up for you. We have emotion and productivity. All right, I'm getting you lot perhaps are work, and if you're not work, maybe your past self is wanting you to work a bit harder in regards to your desires. So we're going to use more oracle cards to kind of get more in depth for that message and figure out which one, but I'm kind of getting it's one of those two for you lot. So emotions, I'm trying to think, is this to do with now or the past? So perhaps maybe you are a bit of an emotional person, which is okay. My water signs, actually, yeah, Cancer, literally, and that's Cancer as well. I'm pretty sure it's Cancer. Yeah. So maybe you are a water sign, but you know, if it is, that's okay. I love my water signs. I have a water sign on my rising, so and my boyfriend's a water sign, so you know, it's all good. I think maybe you need to be more accepting of your emotions as well, because the fact that I'm like saying it's okay, I love my water signs, blah 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 blah, is making me feel like perhaps you aren't as accepting of your emotions, and perhaps maybe you are those that you feel them strongly but you hold them in, especially if you are someone who more resonates as like a masculine, especially if you're a male, or like a masculine identity or like gender, I guess, like more on the masculine side. They are known for like holding in emotions and trying to be strong, whereas the more feminine are more aware and bring out the emotions and actually feel them. So perhaps your past self are wanting to be like, you know what, just feel your emotions. If you're emotional, need to cry, just cry, god damn it. That's what I'm kind of getting. But I'm also getting, don't let your emotions stop you from doing what you want to do. Okay, I feel like maybe some of you are, maybe have anxiety. Obviously, I'm not like a therapist or anything. Obviously get help. I'm not a trained professional. This is not a diagnosis or anything. But if you do have anxiety, I'm pretty sure you may know if you do. Perhaps some of you, and I'm speaking to myself as well, may let anxiety prevent you from doing things that you want to do. And your past self is saying, please don't do that. I want to experience things in my life. And I know we have anxiety, but come on, let's push for it, because I want to experience things. And I'm kind of getting like a playful, cheeky vibe here. Like I'm kind of feeling like happy, singy songy, just kind of, maybe that's what you like. Maybe it's younger you that's like, you know, youthful and playful. It's like, come on, let's experience the world. Like, let's do this, let's do things, and cut cords from the anxiety. Don't let it stop you, or don't let emotions stop you from doing things. That's what I'm getting. All right, another oracle card. The child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. When you have your anxious moments, look after yourself. Okay, so I'm kind of getting, maybe for this lovely pile 3s, doing inner child work could be something that would be significant. This is also could be a card saying that your inner child's coming through right now. That's also what I'm feeling. Again, I'm feeling playful and just kind of like excitable, like I guess a little bit of a child, whereas usually when I do my readings I am a bit more serious and less like playful, but you know, what's going on with me? Anyway, I think you need to look after yourself, mother yourself. If you're feeling anxious, it's because you're feeling exposed, your fight or flight is triggered. Why don't you mother yourself? Be like, okay, I am scared right now, I'm anxious, and be a mother to yourself and be like, okay, let's look after you, it's okay, anxiety, you're going to be okay, I'm here for you, I love you, I've got you, I'm going to take care of you. And being maturing to yourself, tender to yourself, being gentle, I feel like it's what's going to help maybe be a way of overcoming this, but also helping you to not let anxiety or your emotions rule yourself. If you are feeling emotional and are feeling sad all the time, maybe not all the time, but you know, having a sad moment, or if you are feeling sad all the time, I recommend you get help. Look after yourself, be gentle with yourself, and mother yourself. I think you need to be more easier. I think your past self is looking at me like, look, and I'm kind of seeing it more as your inner child that's coming through. Like, please look after me. I'm feeling triggered, or I get triggered and I want to be taken care of. And I feel like if you do that, it will help you. Because I'm kind of getting like, little you just wants to be picked up and held. And yeah, look after your inner child. It is hard because everyone has an inner child within them. Some people are aware of it, like I'm aware of mine, and other people aren't. And you should do things to honor your inner child, like, you know, buy that childhood toy that you always wanted when you were a little kid but never got to have. The amount of joy and healing that can provide to you. I did that before. When I got when I was a child, I always wanted to build a bear, but we couldn't do it because Build-A-Bears are expensive if you don't know. And when your parents have 3 kids and like each Build-A-Bear is like 30 quid, you're almost spending £100 on 3 teddy bears to dress up. So we couldn't do Build-A-Bear because it was not affordable. And I kind of missed out on that. And my boyfriend actually surprised me and took me to Build-A-Bear. And I got to like go through the process of building my own Build-A-Bear. I got a rabbit and I got a Mario costume and called it Rabio. And oh my gosh, he said it was so worth it because seeing a smile on my face was so worth it. And I was so happy because I got to fulfill a childhood dream that I never got to do. Another one's having Sylvanian families. That's the next thing I'm going to buy myself because I always wanted one of those, but I never got to. So I'm gonna do that. And it's like, you know, to honor my inner child, or literally honor my inner child, I'm gonna watch the Barbie movie. You know, just doing little things that younger you would have loved can bring a lot of joy and youthfulness into your life. And I think maybe you need to honor that as well. Your inner child is like wanting to come out and be like, hey, look after me here and now. Okay, when you're having emotional moments or anxiety or whatever you're going through, I feel like some of it could be to do with the past or overthinking and thinking, oh my gosh, what if this happens? What if this happens? Blah, 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 blah. Because that's what anxiety is. It's usually worrying about the past or the future. Try and be in the now. Be in the present moment. And I think when you realize you are having an issue, what I do as a tip for any of those who have anxiety, find a mirror and look at yourself and just say, I am safe in this moment. And if you actually physically look at yourself and affirm to yourself, like, I'm safe, I'm okay right now, and actually physically seeing it, I find that's very grounding. So give that a go as well. But I think also be in the present moment when you have your worries, but come to the edge. Like, don't let it stop you from doing the things that you want to do. Maybe there are things you want to do but you're scared of because you're just anxious about. That's okay, it happens. A lot of people get nervous for anything. It's a normal emotion to go through. But if you can like look after yourself and just think, all right, I'm getting a weird scenario. I've never tried this before. It's just come to my head. It could be absolute nonsense, but I'm just getting the scenario right now. All right, let's say we have children. Some of you might already. I don't, so that's why I'm saying let's say if we do. And let's say you're going to do an activity, but your child is feeling scared. Now, as a parent, hopefully most of us would have nurturing instincts, maternal, paternal instincts, and what you'd want to do is comfort your child and be there for them. What would you do if your child was feeling scared? You might give them a hug and tell them it'll be okay, hold them and soothe them. They might be crying or something, or just, you know, scared. You'd guide them through it. You wouldn't just abandon them, be like, come on, let's just do it, we need to do it. I mean, some parents, maybe you have went through that, and that's what you needed. You needed that care and comforting, and that's why this is coming out. You need to mother yourself. Treat yourself, if you're feeling scared, like how you would have been treated, wanted to be treated like a child, and be comforted. I think that could be something that could benefit you. That's what I'm feeling. I've never thought of that scenario before, so I'm actually going to try that out myself. That sounds quite useful actually. So love channeling messages. It's interesting because I just see his pictures, like I just see the image of, basically I kind of see it as myself. So I just kind of saw me as a mother caring for a child, but like if I were feeling scared, but like doing it for myself. It's interesting. Anyway, let's get some more oracle cards. We have Thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. Know your worth. Wings. You never need those wings to fly. Okay, so for the weave together or the Thorns card, I'm kind of getting you need to realize, and especially your past self wants you to realize how amazing you actually are, but take some responsibility in your life in terms of, okay, I'm feeling anxious, let's do something about it. Maybe for some of you it is getting help, but I mean, let's say you're getting help already, so that's just one thing that's going on. We got 5 and 5 here, by the way, so 5's are significant. That's just another message there. And we have 8 8 9, yeah, okay, 4s, 8s, 9s and 5s. So maybe it's a number that's significant to you. I don't know numerology. If you do, put that, see if it helps. Any messages there. I need to learn that really. I'm still learning some astrology and numerology thing. I focus so much on tarot, I kind of forgot about the others, so whoops. But anyway, I think you need to put the crown yourself and be like, you know what, know your worth. Just because you may be emotional, might struggle a little bit, doesn't make you any less worthy from someone who might not struggle. And I think maybe you need to realize that. I think also maybe you feel like you need something to fix you or something to help you to solve your issues, when actually I'm getting you don't need anything right now. You have everything you need within yourself. The reason why people get therapy is not because it's going to dramatically fix them and they're going to wave a magic wand and bam, you're fixed. They ask you questions and like basically you talk things out so you can heal yourself. It's tools to heal yourself. That's what counseling and therapy is. It's not them telling you what to do and like, well, I guess maybe they do tell you what to do to help you heal yourself, but they don't do it for you. They ask you the questions to help you heal. I'm getting a message right now, and basically it's through someone who I knew who was a bit put off counselling, and I feel like maybe some of you may benefit from hearing this. But I remember, I knew a person, he struggled a lot, and I always said, like, why don't you get therapy? It could help you. And he said, I don't want to get therapy because they don't care. They just write things down, ask you questions, but they don't generally care how you feel because, I don't know. What I said, look, they probably do care, but they're not like doing this. I mean, yes, they are going to be compassionate. They're going to help you through this. But the reason why you therapy and you need it, for him at least, is because they ask you the questions so you can heal yourself. And sometimes I know, especially those who are struggling and maybe are a bit against counselling, that is the reasons, because you just see yourself as a patient and who like are just writing down notes, and just they don't really care when you open up, and sometimes they ignore you, but if they do that, they're a bit of a bad therapist anyway. But sometimes you need to do you need to find the right person for you. But also what they're doing is they are just, I think I remember my counsellor when I had it a long time ago telling me they take down the notes to help find and figure out the best questions to ask you so you can heal yourself, basically. Moral of the story, that's what counselling does. It helps you heal yourself. Actually, I'm going to say I'm pretty sure that's what it does, because I am not licensed or anything. So yeah, let's just keep it to that. Anyway, we're now going to use tarot cards just to see how your past actions, just anything from the past, affects your present moment. So let's have a look. So how do Pile 3's past affect the future? We have 9 of Cups. We have Knight of Swords. How do Pile? Oh my gosh, it is really flying out. We have 3 of Cups. We have the Empress, and one more card, please. Watch loads come out. One more card, please. How does Pile 3's actions from the past affect their present moment? And we have 7 of Pentacles. Let me organise this because it is a bit unneat. I mean, I don't have my spreads perfect, but a bit presentable would be nice. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so from your past self actions, okay, we have 9 of Cups. That's all about following dreams. Some of you, I think this is actually not related, so let's just put that out there first, because at first I was trying to connect dots and I couldn't really find anything, but I'm getting a separate message here, which is actually similar to Pile 1s or 2s. I think it's 1. So if you feel drawn to Pile 1, click it as well. Or check that out. But I feel like there is a desire that you're wanting to work on, and you have been working on one of your dreams, something that you've been working on a dream. And I think your past self is just saying, like, keep going, because for you keeping on going, it is helping you get there. Actually, for some of you, I think you might have accomplished, and it's just saying, like, yeah, the reason why you got your dream is because you're persistent and kept going. But for those who haven't got there yet, I am kind of guessing you are going to get there. Just keep going, surrender, enjoy the moments, and make it fun. But it's just persistence, working hard, and allow the fruits of your labour to come in, because it will. Because I'm just seeing you need to have optimism. Maybe your anxiety or like emotions, maybe you're feeling emotional about the situation, and perhaps for some of you, you feel like you're not getting anywhere. And perhaps you need to just keep being persistent and try and enjoy the process. Have fun doing what you're doing. But enjoy other aspects. Get a balance in your life as well. For some of you, okay, here's what I'm getting a message. For some of you who are like wanting to pursue your desires, maybe you're at a bit of a stop right now, because there is something you need to do. Like for some, maybe it could be public speaking, maybe going out and doing something. But your emotions, anxiety, any issues, what you're going through, that can be preventing you from moving forward and expanding. And maybe deep down you know this, and your past self is saying, come on, please do it. You can do this. It is going to benefit the both of us, or just you. Because technically both of you are you. Yeah. And I think they just really want you to just take a leap of faith and just do it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's a small message here. I just feel like surrender, as in don't worry too much. God, some anxiety to say, oh, don't worry. That's like the worst thing you say. But seriously, if you have like worries about the future, about like, oh, but what if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? try not to worry about that. Mother yourself, take care of yourself. That will help you through it. I think you just need to realize that. Okay, we're going to get some final messages from your past self using this little mini oracle deck. So, oh, we have 2 cards come out already. We have Journey. This is the journey that you're on. Woods. Let's get a couple more messages. Pole 3's past self, please. Messages. Wish. One more. We're doing 4 cards for each. And grounded. Oh, grounded's perfect. Stay grounded in the moment. Grounding is a really good exercise for if your emotions are everywhere. Okay, woods. Try find ways to soothe yourself. Going out in nature can be, especially exercising, can be a really good way to help regulate your emotions and to bring more happy hormones. Journey. This is something you're going through. You know, if you have been struggling, just know that I feel like you are definitely going to get better. It may take some time, but sometimes the way of getting better is just doing the things that you don't really want to do or too nervous to do, and proving to yourself, actually I can do it. And I think, Wish, now's the time to set intentions. If you're wanting to do something, overcome something, I want you to set an intention and be like, okay, I want to achieve this, so I'm going to do blah 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 blah, you know, like set intentions of things you want to overcome, and through doing it will help you move forward. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting for you. So I hope that resonated for you, Power Theories. If it did, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Make sure to check out Mywichangels video down below. All the information will be. That sounded like Yoda. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys.